Texas school massacre. You don't have to hear their cries to feel their pain. A teenage gunman goes classroom to classroom killing elementary school children. The president drawing from his own pain.
Beautiful, innocent, second, third, fourth graders. To lose a child is like having a piece of your soul ripped away.
Tonight, the victims, their stories, and the investigation.
Tonight, May 24th, 2022, we go on the air with another mass shooting, a massacre at an elementary school.
A nation in mourning. Parents devastated, learning the goodbye they said to their children this morning would be their last.
That includes the parents of this child, Xavier. His family posting this picture a short time ago. In a GoFundMe, they say Xavier is now with his grandpa Benny in heaven.
This just in from our sister station. On the ground in Uvalde, video of families leaving the school after providing DNA samples to help investigators. Tonight, 19 children, 2 adults confirmed dead.
We have a live look from the White House as well, where President Joe Biden ordered all flags be flown at half-staff through sunset Saturday in honor of the victims. CBS 2's Marissa Perlman live in the control room tonight with the late-breaking details. Marissa?
Well, Joe and Erica, as you heard from the president, these are 2nd, 3rd, and 4th grade students who were hurt or killed. Tonight, the shooter is also dead. These students just 48 hours away from summer vacation. And instead of celebrating, tonight these families will begin to learn the names of those lives lost.
A community in agony outside Robb Elementary School. The first victim of the Uvalde school massacre has been identified as Eva Morales, a 4th grade teacher. Robb Elementary School's website says she has been an educator for 17 years in this district, a mother and a wife. The father of 10-year-old Annabelle Guadalupe Rodriguez reporting his daughter still missing. He provided this photo to the Texas Rangers. Many parents going through the same thing. The agony of waiting to find out if their child is okay.
They don't know where she's at. I mean, the list, her name is not here, and we don't know a list of who's gotten flown out, and you're not letting us in at the hospital right now.
I'm just praying that my little one is okay. I believe in the power of prayer, and I believe that I want to tell myself that she's okay, and I'm going to keep telling myself that she's okay and she's going to come home.
It is believed the shooter, 18-year-old Salvador Ramos, was killed by law enforcement. He was a senior at a high school in this district. Police say he crashed his car outside the school and went inside wearing body armor with a gun and rifle. He'd hinted on social media of an upcoming attack. Police say he shot and killed his own grandmother before heading to the school, all with guns he purchased on his 18th birthday. A community waiting for answers as the district superintendent calls this tragedy senseless.
My heart was broken today. We're a small community, and we'll need your prayers to get us through this. Thank you.
Well, the Texas Department of Public Safety tonight is reporting a Border Patrol agent rushed into the school and is the one who shot and killed the gunman who was hiding behind a barricade. CBS News also reporting tonight that another agent was shot in the head but is expected to survive. Live in the control room tonight, Marissa Perlman, CBS 2 News.
Marissa, thank you.
President Joe Biden addressed the nation tonight, and he began with a deep sigh and then drew from his own pain as a father.
The president has lost 2 of his children over the course of his life. He also helped guide the nation during the Sandy Hook tragedy when he was vice president and the gunman shot and killed 26 people.
To lose a child is like having a piece of your soul ripped away. There's a hollowness in your chest. You feel like you're being sucked into it and never going to be able to get out. So tonight, I ask the nation to pray for them, give the parents and siblings the strength in the darkness they feel right now.
The president's sympathy then turned to fury as he urged Americans to stop the bloodshed and take on the gun lobby.
In God's name is our backbone, to have the courage to deal with it and stand up to the lobbies. It's time to turn this pain into action for every parent, for every citizen of this country. We have to make it clear to every elected official in this country. It's time to act.
President Biden helped pass the 10-year federal ban on assault weapons as a senator in 1994. He says mass shootings have tripled since it expired.